What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to John Boy and Jake Radio. It is Wednesday, July 29th, I believe, and we are coming to you from the Roosevelt Studios. Jake's wearing his loud... Is that a Pablo Picasso shirt?
I'm not sure.
There's surfers in the waves, so I don't think Picasso was painting surfers.
Well, we'd have to research that. Yeah, I think this is just a Roosevelt... Maybe it's even titled Waves.
Yeah, maybe. And as always, chat, let me know how my mic sounds.
What's going on, chat? How you doing today? Saw people coming out early with, I don't even know the origin of Jake Sucks.
Yeah, the origin of Jake Sucks is that in college, we lived in a house called Pope House in 2011. My idea was that we all got to choose our favorite pope, and we'd have portraits of, how many people lived there? 5 of us?
5.
We'd have 5 big posters of just popes in the living room, so when we had parties, the juxtaposition was really weird.
Right.
We never did the posters thing, but it was referred to as Pope House. My headphones or my mic is doing something crazy. Can you turn the headphones down a little bit? Yeah, that's better. Yeah. And then, so in Pope House, I mean, it was not just a you. Like, we were just hitting sucks hard. Like, we were like, Ken sucks, or Jake sucks.
Ken sucks. That was big for a while.
It was like, but whenever anyone said Jake sucks, you would immediately hit it so hard. Like, we'd be like, Jake sucks, and be Jake sucks, and you would do it to yourself. So that kind of started it from there. And then I just started putting it on articles of clothing and hashtagging it.
Yeah. I thought it came out before then.
It was Pope House.
Yeah,
I remember vividly.
I thought it had some red and yellow before that. I was actually going to go before that and say 10/11/89.
It was it was when we
it's my birthday.
We said the phrase "sucks to suck" all the time.
Oh, sure.
Like
it does.
That was Pope House, and we had one kid who lived with us, and I just G-chatted him out of the blue or something. I just said "sucks to suck, bro," because we were just saying that, and he got really offended because he thought I was shit talking him, which is fair,
right?
And then he apologized, like, sorry I got so mad. Because he, lashed out at me. He was like, dude, what the fuck's your problem?
Yeah.
And then he was like, sorry, I didn't know that was the phrase everyone's saying now. My bad. I was like, oh.
Not hip with it, man.
Sucks to suck, bro. Like,
sometimes you gotta suck.
So, yeah, that's been... I used to say, Jake sucks, it's a movement.
I'm picturing that in red and yellow for some reason.
No.
Yeah.
That didn't really start until we went on our cross-country trip with Evan. Because the It's a Movement started when we drove cross country, and I wrote Jake Sucks on different states, and I bought a hat in Nebraska, and I made them embroider it, say Jake Sucks, and I was just...
It felt like it had a lot of steam by then. I guess it
didn't. We just ourselves.
Yeah,
but now it's...
How you doing, Jim? Big night.
Really tired.
Big night.
Really tired. I'm trying to choose my Homer draft pick for the pregame show right now. I have a strategy.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. What's going on with Eugenio Suarez? Is he slumping?
I think he had a slow start. He was on slump watch for Talking Baseball.
He got a hit yesterday.
Today's a really fun day in baseball. I know I just talked about it on Wake and Jake. I know we do so much baseball content. We'll be doing the pregame show later. But it's cool seeing the aces recycle through again. DeGrom's going today, Scherzer,
Cole,
Sonny Gray, Hendricks, Cole, the girl from Giolito. So good baseball slate today for all the baseball people out there.
Dude, I'm so tired.
Yeah, man. I know you told the story a little bit, but I'd still like it for the JJRers. So did you fully go to bed?
No.
Okay.
But I was just gummied up on the couch, resting. And when Brewstar was pitching, I looked at Luke and I said, hey, clip that inning. I want to make a breakdown just on his pitches because they were awesome. And then Joe Kelly came and threw behind Bregman, and then you could hear Bregman, or you can hear someone call him, get on the mound, little fucker. So at that point, I was like, all right, cue this up, Luke, for tomorrow morning. And then the Correa at bat had started, the first pitch and I was like, all right, I should just do this tonight, Luke.
Yeah.
So I turned on the lights and I went to the computer and I started clipping it, or I started recording it, but I was 10 minutes behind, so I was 10 minutes late. And as I was setting that up, they came back from commercial and showed that the bench is cleared. Right. And Luke's like, oh, there's more. So I got up from the computer. I set it differently on the breakdown because it would be easier to understand if the visual of me running from the couch to the computer is better than computer to couch for the first-time listeners. Yeah. But I ran from the computer to the other room to the TV to see what Luke was saying. And my right foot just landed in a puddle of piss on the hardwood floor and just slipped out. And I fell into said puddle. Like, not hard, but I definitely ate shit. Like my feet came out from under me. Yeah. So then I'm in the kitchen with my foot in the sink, and Luke's telling me what's they're yelling at each other, and I'm cleaning up piss, and then I made the breakdown. But it took a while to figure out what Joe Kelly was saying on some of those, and you can hear Carlos Correa, so. Well, behind the scenes, when I record them and you can hear them, and there's a lot of lip reading, I record it, and then I have to dice it up to make sure it actually... So there's a lot of more post-editing on those ones. Yeah. Those ones take a while. But I knew that if I dropped... I knew Dodgers or West Coast, so if I dropped it... That was basically, I think it's going to be Savages, Astros cheating, let Brett bang... Garrett versus the Pirates, and this one. I think this is the same level, which already had 1 million views across the board. Yeah. Which, it's nuts. For DraftKings, we're very excited.
Yeah. Good job, DraftKings. Good job, Roosevelt. We love you guys. Yeah, man. I mentioned it.
I had a long night before this, though.
I know. And I do feel bad for you tired-wise, and, just the image of walking into the studio, seeing you set up with 2 5-hour energies in front of you, you have to understand, made me giggle a little bit because I assumed
I was like, coffee's not going to work.
Yeah, I assumed you'd be there.
That second one will be there soon. I went to sleep at 2:30 and I woke up at 7 because I didn't prep for morning because I was supposed to prep for morning last night and do all the research and stuff. So,
well, I hope you do appreciate it. It was pretty cool, and it's what I opened with today. Just seeing the sports internet was asking for John Boy last night, and that was pretty cool, man.
It was cool. It was cooler. I told Luke that.
Would have been cooler at 8 p.m.
Yeah, it was cooler that I still felt like I offered something different in the video. Because, it used to be it took people by surprise last year when they were when no one was clamoring for it. They just saw it and they're like, whoa, what was that? That was different. I like it. Now I feel like people can kind of write my videos in their own head if they watch enough. Yeah. And I feel like if I drop it, there may get to a point where that's kind of what I thought he was going to do. But I found things that I think no one else found and relayed it in a way that was different or unique. So that's what I was happy with because I was nervous. When people request that much, I'm like, I think I'm going to let them down. But at the end, I was very happy with the final product. I was like,
it was good,
man. I think it was different.
When it cut to Correa's actual audio, and we're deep in the baseball world, so we already have a lot of baggage on Correa at this point.
Dude, he's such a weirdo.
Such a weird cat. That was good. And, man, I kind of wanted to come in blind because everyone wants to hear us talk about it, and we'll do a little bit and then we'll get into everything else. But the actual pitching of it and what was targeted, and that 3-0 to Bregman was it's 3-0 to Bregman.
3-0.
Let's let one rip.
Yeah.
Everything
and
else.
The pickoffs.
Yeah, the pickoffs. That second one definitely had some intent.
3 in a row.
Yeah.
In a 3-run game with the guy in first who's.
Yeah.
You don't care about that run at that point.
Yeah.
Those pickoffs were just a pit. I don't know if he's trying to hit him, but he's definitely annoying him.
Yeah, because that's. To say you're trying to hit him is what an impossible job for Max Muncy.
Oral Hershiser was saying that. He was like, I bet, he's going to put a pickoff in his ribs right now. He was like, that's what pitchers do.
Yeah, it's nasty. And then, it was fun, man. I think that's the biggest thing. To see Twitter all lost in a baseball game like that, a regular season baseball game like that, was just awesome. Mm-hmm. And I think it's so funny that, Peter Gammon's tweet killed me this morning, that he was like, the highlight from baseball last night, Drew Pomeranz struck out. It's like, Pete, I love you. I love you.
Who did Pommy strike out?
I don't even know. I think 3 Giants, is that who they're playing? Anyone good?
I think it sounded like it was a 2-inning thing, so he got 6 strikeouts, but it's not like he went 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think he still faced 10 batters in that.
I thought that was his season stats.
Maybe that's
I don't
what it
know.
was. I don't know. I didn't read it that
Either
closely.
way, it wasn't the news, and
Struck out people.
it's just so funny, the disconnect between baseball and I talked to our friend Jack, that's a part of our company, and he loves the entertainment side of things, and I love the sports side of things. So sometimes we have some nice bump heads. And
I'm a nice middle ground there.
Yeah, and he was like, he was talking about how the product of baseball is bad. And I was like, no, dude. The product of baseball is
the marketing.
The product,
and they're
of
getting
baseball,
so much better. I'm sick
they
of
are
like
getting
ripping
better
on their marketing. They're doing a good job now.
The product of baseball is so good right now. The talent on that field last night was awesome.
Like, I don't make NHL breakdowns because the NHL doesn't make that worthwhile.
Right.
MLB has been full cooperation with us. So like, we got to shed that.
They're coming around, and I think the bigger thing, and this is where Jack came back, because he was like, yes, you're right, the talent is good, but the production and how the final product looks. And he's right. I think baseball can still do a lot more. And the fact that, baseball's sitting there trembling when someone in the Astros calls Joe Kelly a little fucker or whatever they said.
Yeah. People think it was Dusty.
It could have been.
Might have been.
Dusty was a little fiery last night. Love that.
I know, and I got to be careful there
Yeah.
for reasons I can't say.
He's a friend, maybe. But
there's networks that
baseball,
connect us with Dusty.
baseball's a web,
and we're part of the web now. So.
We are in the web. So
all right, Dusty, don't get mad at me.
So it's so funny that at first I thought that was going to be the highlight of the night, and then they took it to the next level. I will say this: I was fingers crossed, just hoping they did not brawl. Because even though that would have been a cool highlight, after 48 hours of Marlins Corona kicking the nuts, if they started laying hands on each other, that would have been a disaster. So, end of the night, really good stuff. Good on you. Sorry about Mac and mine, P. Or just Max.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even talk about the hand job I witnessed. Like, I had a lot to talk about.
BBD. Yeah, you already had a full...
We had to take Mac to the emergency vet because I thought he swallowed a heroin capsule. Turned out he swallowed a chicken bone, a stick, and some string.
Yeah.
The vets were doing a really good job of, like, not scaring us.
Yeah.
But also letting us know, like, that's really bad.
Not great.
Chicken bones kill puppies.
Yeah.
Dude, I told her we got to get out of Harlem. Like, our block has KFC, fried chicken place, and another fried chicken place. And when you walk out in the morning, it's just chicken bones everywhere. So it's hard to walk him. Like, you should put a muzzle on him until he's old enough. Katie really doesn't want to because she then thinks people will think he's a bad dog.
Right.
And you get the self-fulfilling prophecy where maybe now he becomes a bad dog.
Right.
So she doesn't want to do that. So the words, let's move to the suburbs, have been spoken.
Uh-oh.
But also, not by me,
Right.
I'm just here for the ride.
Right.
But also, I think we're going to regret it if we leave the city after 1 year and it was Corona-filled.
Right. Because
I don't care either way. I mean, I'll go to the suburbs.
Yeah, there's no coming back once you leave, which is fair. And I mean, it's a fair conversation right now. And what are...
Just opening the door and he runs around in the backyard sounds pretty nice.
I remember that.
All the houses she found, they're cheaper than our apartment with a front porch and a backyard.
Yeah.
Like a driveway, like a house.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of people are doing it, man. We know a group of friends that have at least temporarily fled the city for a little bit. So I don't know. Timing in life is everything.
Well, my plan is to wait out my sister and her family. They're moving to a suburb in New Jersey that's close to the city. We're going to let them move there. And as soon as they're set up, we're going to live in the same town. And then all our cousins will hang out. And
everyone
in the same, that's what my mom
games.
My mom, Hazlitt, New Jersey, all my cousins lived in the same town.
Yamata.
So we've decided that. We'll see when we get there.
I had that.
It's nice.
BBD.
Well, support system.
How about
You're a huge
that?
fan of your cousins.
Well, I grew up really close with my cousins, so it's cool. I think it is nice.
Yeah. We had a group that were there were two sets of older cousins that I was friends with. Then we had the younger ones, and it was nice to have them around while they were little. So.
Yeah.
Little kids are important to family dynamics.
Little kids and family dinners.
We've been missing the little kid dynamic in our family for a little bit, and it's just
holidays aren't the same. That's why when my little cousin Reef and Koa were born, and they changed everything. It was Easter's fun again.
It's true.
Christmas is enjoyable, and and then you have the babies to do all that stuff with.
It's kind of been nice because Jess and I have been away, so I don't know, we've gotten to do some cool things around Christmas. And I think doing that for a couple times in your life is important to see the other side of it. But yeah, man, I mean, when you're having Christmas and it's 8 people and I'm the baby. It's like, all right. Big baby with a giggle. Anything else? The hand job. We haven't really...
Oh, yeah. So we drove him to the vet, and the way the vet works is you drop him off, and they take him because Clowney can't go in, and they're like, we'll call you. So we just parked around the corner and just, we were outside of an apartment building. We were just sitting there.
Right.
Looking at our phones. I quizzed Katie on every baseball team. She knew all of them. She blanked on the Minnesota Twins, which was tough. I was like, Trevor. Shocked me that she knew everyone else. Yeah. I would just go Arizona. She's like, Diamondbacks. And I was like, whoa, I didn't expect you to get that one. Good. Seattle? Mariners.
I can't do great at that game.
Yeah, and then she didn't get the Pirates either. But once I told her it's alliteration, she got it easy.
Yeah, that
crazy.
helps.
And it was funny. We moved on to football, and she was like,
yeah,
I know 3 or 4.
Baseball home.
Then a car pulls up behind us.
Yes.
And it's clearly he's dropping a girl off on a date. And I'm just looking in the rear mirror. Like, we're begging for entertainment at this point.
Right.
And they just start making out. So I just go to Katie, little goodnight kiss behind us. Oh, they're making out. And I was doing play-by-play for her, like breaking it down. Oh, her hand's going to his face now. Gentle caress. Okay.
Down the chest.
His hand is in the back of her hair now. And I was just letting Katie know. And then, her hand went to arm and then went down his hand. I was like, now they're interlocking hands while making out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think she's going to start reaching for his downstairs soon.
Yeah.
And then I was like joking. And then no.
Yeah.
Like very clearly. They made out the whole time.
Good for them.
And like she was clearly.
Good for her. Good coordination.
It's gross. Like too much.
Too much coordination?
Too much making out.
Yeah.
Not just like nonstop. And then he definitely finished.
Yeah.
Which, and then they hung out for a while and kept kissing. I was like, where's all that mess,
Yeah.
And then at one point,
I know.
she looked down and she laughed. And I was like, now they're laughing because he's just sitting there in a mess. And then she left. And I was like, whoa, what a night.
Yeah.
And then we got the call from the vet. It was like, your dog almost died. He didn't almost die.
He didn't almost die.
Dude, I thought he ate drugs because I was walking him. And there's like this cinder blocks just stacked. And then one of the cinder blocks was removed, and it was this like wooden box that had a black. And I was like, "What is that? That's someone's secret hideout." And he got in there, and I reached in his mouth, and there was like a little black tube. So I couldn't get it. He swallowed it. Like I reached in, touched it, and he swallowed it. I was like, "Was that just like a drug hideout that he got in?" It was a stick.
Yeah, the brain starts going pretty hard in that situation. Noodle's giving us a few scares. You texted me at the vet.
It was a good text.
Ate some stuff. Also, there's someone behind me getting a hand job.
Yeah, it was a good text. I laughed at it because
my thought process, my first question, and you could go a lot of different ways from it. I was going, are they old or young?
Young.
And they were young because
like
if you go
25, probably.
If you go old, you start wondering, okay, like prostitution almost. Hand job in a car.
You guys were talking about Matt Hall and Mercado, and I just chimed in with watching a guy get a hand job in the car behind me as I wait outside the vet because Max swallowed some plastic.
Yeah. But yeah, good for them. Young love. I mean, what emotions. Streets of New York, making out, getting a tug ski.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They probably live with roommates. Oh, I don't know.
They could. Who knows? Make your own story, people.
They made out for far too long.
No comment. I didn't see the make out. Maybe they're make out people.
Oh, I know.
No, they are. Yeah. Confirmed.
I think he thought that if he stopped making out with her, she would stop doing what she was doing.
Stop.
So he was like, this is one way to guarantee it. Like, no, we're still going here.
Maybe she's a strict...
Because if you lose that sense of passion...
Right.
And now you're just both sitting there, she might start feeling like a hooker.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'm fine with the making out. Because maybe it was established that she's not getting the mouth action involved. So if you're gonna, I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Then you can kind of feel bad. They're doing a lot of... Either way.
It's like a busy corner. People
what a
easily
night.
Big night for us.
What a night.
Luke was up till 2:32.
That's awesome.
We were really worried that the video was going to get claimed.
Sure.
And we weren't going to get any of the views.
Right.
Because they've been delaying it. So we stayed up for like an extra hour.
Just making sure it didn't get claimed.
Because, we needed to
That's
go to...
passion, people.
Needed to go to escrow.
It's passion.
And it got a ton of views, 1 million views already, so... So we were staying up for a little bit.
Bang.
Yeah. Well, that was good. How was your night?
It was all right. Similar. No. Oh, dude. Actually, yeah. Not similar. I did something, partially for JJR, partially because two people whose humor I respect have been telling me to watch the movie.
Palm Springs?
Watch Palm Springs last night.
Did you like it?
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, you fought it a little, so you were probably like, this better be worth it.
I didn't fight it.
Last time I requested it, you kind of fought it.
No, I had a lot of people telling me that it was good. I had Tom and like Greg and that crew.
It's more of a surprise good. Like you don't expect anything out of a Hulu Groundhog's Day movie.
I guess that's what I was saying. I knew it wasn't gonna be special. I knew I was gonna be getting laughs. I didn't know to what degree. Yeah. Like Andy Samberg a lot. The concept of the movie, the Groundhog's Day.
I thought it was a fresh spin on it, like just dropping right into like day 1,000.
For how they did it really well. It's on Hulu. Go check it out. Palm Springs, Sandberg. Jess knew the female lead from something. I forget what it was.
Mythic Quest.
So she was excited. I don't think it was Mythic Quest, but yeah. And I think the other thing that makes me nervous about something like that is that you give yourself an unlimited scope for a little bit. Like, you don't have to play within any rules. You can kind of go whichever way you want with it. But those scenes, they did really well. So when they're just having fun with it.
Oh, when they go to the bar and do the fake scene? That was cracking me up.
That was really good. So, enjoyed that. And I was like, you know what? Because we've been having not a long week, but... Again,
emotionally draining.
That Marlins just was a constant punch to the nuts. And then, not like the hand job punch to the nuts.
Jess knows her from the Mindy Project.
I think it was something else. But
Fargo.
I don't think so.
How I Met Your Mother.
No.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
I don't think so.
Late Show with David Letterman.
She's got a lot going on. Good for her. What's the actress's name?
Christy Miliato. I showed you her the other day because the girl on Baggage looked like her.
Right.
Or Take Me Out or whatever the hell that show's called.
Miliato. You should see what I just searched to find her. So, yeah, it was good. And then I was doing like you know what? Should probably tap out.
Yeah.
It's like 10:30. Let's reset this week a little bit. And then I got hooked on the game. And it was like, all right, I'm in it. And I'm glad I was.
Did anything happen after everything? Because I didn't watch a second after the spat.
Not really. Because, that was the 8th inning, I think. So that was the thing I tweeted out that I knew the kids weren't going to understand. I wanted the Astros to put on a scare. Like, I wanted them to put some runners on the bases so everyone was at home because everyone was firing their mean Astros tweets and, not as easy when you don't know the pitches. I wanted the Astros to make everyone go tight butthole just a little bit. Just a little for a little drama.
They didn't, though?
No. I think they might have got one runner on, but that's it.
Did you see my Jimmy's Dumb Prop Bet of the Day is a push?
Push, yeah.
I was happy about that.
Yeah.
I needed you guys to be wrong on one.
Yeah, no, it was a really good one. That was a really good one.
Today's was really good up until yesterday. Yesterday kind of ruined today's because every day of the season was like the borderline for today, but yesterday was an easy win for one side.
But it was a tie.
No. Today's Jimmy's Dumb Prop Bet of the Day, I based it off of the first 4 games.
Okay.
And it would have been great. Yesterday skewed the odds a ton.
Gotcha.
So I'm very interested.
Check out Talking Baseball pregame show if you like baseball.
Yeah. So were you okay with the audio, BBD?
Yeah.
Got better?
Bang.
All right.
Just need to switch the cord.
Is it like...
later issue. It's fine now.
It's fine now? Oh, the cord just goes in and out? Okay. Those fucking cords are so cheap.
Effing cords.
Sports.
And we'll never be Royals. How about the Royals getting sexy in baseball a little bit? Patrick Mahomes joins the ownership group, and probably most likely because Matt Harvey signs a minor league deal with the Royals. I don't know the direct correlation on that, but good for Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, make baseball sexy. Pat got that bag. Get involved, kid. I love it. Patriots have another player opt out. Patrick Chung, the safety. They had their starting linebacker, Dante Hightower, opt out yesterday. COVID, still coming, football. Cuomo offers an MLB bubble in New York. MLB laughs and says, nice tweet, I guess. The Yankees reshuffled. They're going to play the Orioles. There were some rumors of that. It officially happened, so would love to watch a little bit of Yankees baseball today. Jadeveon Clowney, Clown Show, South Carolina. Come on and raise up. Told the Jets through Bradley McDougald to come and get him. It's pretty funny. Kind of can't do that. A little bit of manipulation. Yeah, man. And then the other thing that's not on here, Oklahoma gave Lincoln Riley a 6-year, $47.5 million extension. And we don't know if we're playing college football this year.
The sports.
The sports.
What was that last one? I don't know any of the words you said.
So, Oklahoma, Sooners,
Yeah.
Your team. They gave their head coach, Lincoln Riley, a 6-year, $47.5 million extension. And they're a state university. We can't guarantee there's going to be college football this year.
But there's 6 years. If it was a 1-year contract, that'd be weird.
It's a lot of years, but the other thing is, like, he was already signed for a couple years. This signs him till, like, 2031 or whatever. And it's not like an NFL coach was going to take him or anything right now. Like, all the coaching staffs are set. I don't know. Just the timing of it is bizarre. And, like,
maybe there was some leverage somewhere. Maybe someone was trying to put him on a staff somewhere. You know, maybe if there's no college football, then some of these coaches do get taken by NFL coaches who are like, hey, he's a better blank coach than what we got.
There could be something going on there, and he is a hot commodity, but I think you got to see if you're playing football this year. Like, you know, and Oklahoma's a state university. I don't know how much their football program brings in. I bet it's a ton of money. And if that doesn't happen this year, like, University of Oklahoma could be in, like, a bankrupt situation. I don't know. It just seems like football has this blind eye to COVID right now, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I can't, again, maybe the Marlins scare ends up being a good thing for all the sports, but football's got something coming.
Yeah, it's kind of that fake bravado culture ruining things. I like Mahomes joining the Royals ownership group. I mean, it's a win for baseball.
Yeah.
It's fun. It means nothing, but Mahomes has an audience, and now they're like, oh, he's part of the Royals. Oh, maybe I'll check out the Royals. Mm-hmm. That will happen for maybe 10 to 1,000 people.
Yeah. Maybe more. Mahomes, I like that it's not a major market. Like, and he's a ex-ball player's kid, so he likes baseball. He appreciates baseball. Like, yes, there's an investment side to this that I'm sure he got a pretty good deal on. But, you know, Mahomes will be at games. The guy's going to be the face of the NFL for the next decade, and he's involved in baseball. So it's good. And he's got that one gif from a softball game that he hit a ball far. So,
boom. And he can sign himself for spring training, and that'll be headlines. That'll be fun.
Him and Russell Wilson one year, maybe.
They should go head-to-head in the same spring training game.
Ooh.
The Royals are in different than the Yankees, though. So the Yankees would have to trade Russell Wilson.
We'll see. We'll see if they can negotiate that.
Yeah, see if we can
asset.
What else did you have on here? Cuomo offers MLB a New York bubble. It's just Cuomo flexing that New York has handled this better than other states.
Yeah.
When a lot of states thought they had it under control and New York was bad. And New York actually handled it well and now flattened the curve and is still continuing to do well in New York. I haven't checked recently. I try not to get lost in it.
It's still going well.
I think this is Cuomo just saying, hey, we kind of have it under control here. You want the bubble here. I don't think he wants the bubble. I think he just wants to flex on everyone.
And it's a good flex by Cuomo. And it is funny, man, because I've moved around a lot. I used to travel a decent amount. And, yeah, man, I'd have the people checking in, and they'd be like, man, like, you're in New York City right now. I can't even imagine. And then a couple months later, it's like, well, what about now? You got an idea?
Yeah.
You got a concept on it?
Yeah. Crazy.
So, eat bugs.
Everyone.
Marlins
moving to daily testing schedule.
Sure.
What? See, we talked about this, and we got so many comments on it. And it was like, they have daily tests, but they're highly inaccurate and inconsistent. And it's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. I don't know what's going on there. And then we talked a lot about the Dodgers. So we did some sports already.
We did some sports already. The Dodgers-Houston was the highlights. The NBA bubble starts tomorrow, so that'll be kind of a big thing. Mm-hmm. Keep an eye out for that. Is the McDougal Clowney thing anything? Did he just text him like, hey, I want to go to the Jets?
They were FaceTiming, and he tweeted, hey, Clowney said at Jets, come and get me.
Seems a little... Oh, is he a free agent?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yet. I thought Clowney was still on the Seahawks. Okay.
I think he just wants a contract from someone.
Sure. What happened with Clowney?
Same. Man, so he was the freak in college.
Yeah.
He's got that one highlight where he kills the Michigan running back. That's an all-time highlight. He went to Houston, and like he was like the number one, like, let him be a D end and play football.
Yeah.
They had him play like linebacker. So it's like a Bill O'Brien thing. And then he went to Seattle last year and he played D end, and I think he was good. But it's kind of one of those classic cases where he gets double teamed every time. So his numbers aren't very good. And now he wants a giant contract, but people are like, dude, you've only had so many sacks. Like, can't give you a giant contract. So he'll end up signing somewhere. But yeah, definitely a disappointment. And it's just, any draft in any sport, like, nothing is a guarantee.
That's crazy. He was supposed to be the closest thing. Let's go to the half because the audio is bad for the live viewers.
Halftime.
And we'll fix it. All right, so these USB cords get faulty as hell. Try and fix it?
Yep, they're going to lose your audio for 1 minute.
Okay.
Just warning.
We'll mime things for you guys.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Throw a pitch?
Audio's back.
Audio's back?
It's doing the same thing.
Come on, cord.
Try a different USB port.
Imported. Let's get imported. It's high. Let's get imported.
Truly, truly scrumptious.
What's an old song?
What? Any old song?
Any old song.
It's raining.
That you like.
Oh.
Like the classics.
And you said old. It's really slow.
When you smile, the whole world smiles with you.
Dude, every time I worked a wedding, and I'm such a mixture of cynic and sap.
Right.
It's a really weird mixture when I work weddings. But fucking Ed Sheeran.
Ooh.
What's the Ed Sheeran song?
Baby,
Thinking Out Loud? No, Thinking Out Loud. Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, if
good.
there's people slow dancing and Thinking Out Loud comes and I was working a wedding, I'd get like sappy.
Yeah.
It was that and it was parent dances.
Ed Sheeran.
And then the speeches, the toasts happen, and that's when I'm as cynical as ever. Like, fuck those.
Yeah. Ed Sheeran.
So bad, those.
Ed Sheeran. Yeah, man, he's kind of gotten a bad rep, and I get it.
Well, no, he's changed and his new music sucks.
Right, and he's got the redhead thing going on, and he's pale as can be. But yeah, he's got a couple songs, man. They'll hit you.
Dude, what's it called? It's like Undaunted Melody or something like that. What's that song called? It's like Sinatra.
Oh, we're off Ed.
Yeah, you asked for like an old song
Yeah.
that still gets played. That's good. Oh, I'm pissed. This is gonna piss me off. They play it like every wedding. It's a slow song they play.
Scott Titmus in the chat gets a nice laugh out of me for, hey, what about Travel On from Avalon?
I got it. I'm so glad I found it. This isn't worth it, but
Okay.
if you want an old song that still gets played at weddings, that's good. It's the Righteous Brothers with Unchained Melody.
Wow, Norm Shaver had it. Yeah,
I mean, that's
that hits you.
he would walk through
Is
the.
it good? You got to be good if you're gonna sing that.
He was good. I forget his name. He was an entertainer. He looked like Big from Robin Big,
Okay.
and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah, so a real high pitched voice. It was cool.
I gave Norm credit, and two people had it before him, Seth and Jose. So good job by the chat.
Yeah, send all your wedding questions my way. I
Send 'em
attended
over.
about 20 a year. For
BBD, you got
5 years.
got an ice cream for us?
Is the cord better?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
For now.
3 quarts.
I feel like you can't buy a good version of that cord. Like whenever you
Yeah,
look
they
for
don't
them,
last.
it's just
Yeah.
shitty versions.
They're
of it.
always really cheap.
Micro
like-
to micro.
They're like
USB?
the iPhone chargers you buy at the gas station
Yeah.
and you plug it in. It's like not supported, but it still charges. That's what it's like. We need the real version of this cord. I don't know what it is.
What ice cream you got, kiddo?
Well, first I want to try something.
Okay.
See if this worked.
Etta James at
And
Labs.
now I think I'll travel on to Avalon.
Etta James at last. Jill's
Yeah.
suggesting it's really good. Etta James.
It's a good one.
She sang like Etta James. Swayze.
Swayze.
Bubblegum ice cream.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Wire made me feel ew. And I had a weird night last night, and
Okay.
I think
my
you
whole
had a
vibe
weird
has
night.
been ew. But this morning's been better until the wire thing.
Did you see someone get a hand job?
Weird. I was making out while receiving a hand job.
Yeah, I bet, BBD.
Oh.
I bet, you sick puppy.
Nah, I would never.
Look face. Look face.
Clearly a joke.
Bubblegum ice cream. Gross.
Yeah, that's gross. What's the age limit on bubblegum ice cream? 11?
Wait, hold up. What about those candies that are a baseball glove with the ball in there? Is
What
that
there?
bubblegum? What about a screw pop? Is that bubblegum? Is a screw pop bubblegum ice cream?
Tough to say. I don't think so.
It's not called screw pop.
I think everything
Ball.
Screwball. Is screwball ice cream bubblegum?
everything that comes out of an ice cream truck, I mean, that gets through.
No, it just has a gumball at the bottom. I liked screwballs as a kid.
Does it say what flavor the ice cream part's supposed to
It
be?
just says like it's a cherry sorbet. Cherry sherbet. I like sherbet. That adds up.
One of my well-off friends growing up had an ice cream truck at his 12th birthday party,
Nice.
and that's
That's when you ate all those Choco Tacos. Shit yourself, right?
That's kind of peak Fat Jake. I didn't shit myself, but I ate an amount of Choco Tacos that you're not supposed to have. in a lifetime.
10?
It's close. Had a Choco Taco eating contest.
Oh, well, so you weren't the only one.
So no, it's not like I was sneaking away every 5 minutes
that's a
to get my
different scene.
fix,
That's a
but
different scene.
Maybe it wasn't, and I just convinced myself that I had a Choco.
The other person was just like, I'm at 4, and then you're sitting over there struggling.
I just telling people, hey, I won the Choco Taco eating contest. No, that didn't happen, man.
Yeah, no, but then the uncle's like, yeah, he kicked my ass. I only
Yeah.
had 3. This guy had 13.
They were good.
You probably had such a bad shit after that, and like you're too young to understand the correlation there.
Right? I don't remember anything.
It took me oddly long to figure out, like, when I go to the bathroom, remember what I ate and like connect the dots there. Embarrassingly too long where I started having that active thought process. Like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe that was because of that.
I think that's everyone, though. That's kind of natural.
Maybe. Maybe not females. I feel like they're more in tune with shit.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Females, tell us about your poop schedules.
Yes, and eating habits.
Just smarter.
Leave a 5-star review and, when you remember your poops.
Why do I still follow this account?
Oh, someone's getting muted or unfollowed.
Yeah, you know who.
Be careful. Ooh.
Done. Not a person,
Whammy.
a company.
Not a person.
Company. All right, we're out of halftime.
Though the news was
Why did it
rather
start halfway through? Instead of starting halfway through, start at the beginning.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
NASA is building a balloon. NASA is building a balloon as big as a football stadium. It blows my mind that headline writers just leave out half the words needed for a sentence. NASA is building balloon big as football stadium. That's what they said.
Yeah.
We're not sending Morse code here. Depression may have caused woman to believe she was a chicken. Wow. KFC, fried chicken, so Kentucky Fried Chicken. Headline writers, get your shit together. I'm going to read these headlines verbatim.
Just read them verbatim and we'll figure it out.
KFC fried chicken smelling Crocs sell out within half an hour of their launch. Whatever the fuck those words mean together. Don't plant these. Packages of mystery seeds arriving in Minnesota mailboxes. So, okay. So the way I would deliver that is packages of mystery seeds are arriving in Minnesota mailboxes and they're warning them to not plant them. Beloved eels are disappearing from New Zealand's pond during a massive storm, or maybe it's just one eel, the way that says it. And a man has been fined for pretending to be a ghost in Portsmouth Cemetery. That's good.
That's a good
I
time.
read the news today, oh boy.
I mean, how do you get in trouble for? Like, what are you doing? What's he doing? Like, if he's harming people, I get it. If he's literally just going like, ooh, or like throwing sticks in the background, like,
I mean, I've got pictures of you pretending to be a ghost.
yeah, I mean,
So
everyone
scary.
can be a ghost.
I had one that I do have a lean on just because it was a tweet that made me laugh last night.
Okay.
And it's just good Twitter. Might have been Mary Jane kicking in a little bit, but so the New York Post article is depression may have caused a woman to believe she was a chicken.
Yeah.
And that was this guy's tweet.
Can't blame her based on that picture. It's a picture
So,
of a chicken.
The New York Post article has a picture of a chicken, and the guy with a good tweet. Can't blame her based on that picture. I would think the same thing.
Yeah, it's
So,
fair.
That's tough. Depression to become a chicken.
It is. I mean, I guess we'll have to read it.
I haven't been there.
No, I've never thought I was anything other than a human. I mean, that's me being really honest, too.
Yeah. I've had some dog stuff, but
You thought you were a dog just because your name?
just like, I don't know, putting it all together. Complete package. There's the chicken on the screen.
All right. Depression may have caused it. If it wasn't... so what we're certain is that she believes she was a chicken. We just don't know what caused it. According to the headline. When being a human gets too hard, the brain will cope with psychological stress in fascinating ways. While most of the 260 million people worldwide who suffer from depression will have common symptoms, such as sadness, fatigue, disinterest, and sleeplessness, an exceedingly rare few could lose their humanity completely by assuming the identity of an animal, according to a researcher in Belgium. The Freaky Deaky Dutch. This case has a 50-year-old woman, unnamed in this case study, who was found in her garden clucking and crowing like a rooster, a condition called zoanthropy, which is a delusion of believing oneself is not human but animal. I mean, those people that get like those piercings and make themselves into lizards and shit, right? Like they split their tongue.
Yeah, I guess so. Did you see Evan and Co. going off on society and politics yesterday on Twitter?
I saw him doing a lot, but I didn't like dive in.
He was having a good time. I think there's a new. I think Trump retweeted a doctor or something, and the doctor's like a deep end doctor that thinks like lizards run the world.
Oh yeah.
So Big Evan went on a pretty good tour of that.
You're crazy, man. Well, that lady believes she's a chicken, and that's kind of all I have to say about it.
Yeah, that's all. And that's very fair, James. That's very fair.
Wake up, idiot. You're not paralyzed.
Let's circle back on the ghost. We'll save the ghost for the end. Maybe I can even feed BBD.
Dude,
Famous
that's
ghost pic.
the Snitker video. The Pitch Better dummy.
Yeah.
That's straight out of Talladega Nights.
Yeah, a little bit.
And he says, all right.
You're not paralyzed.
Yeah. He thinks he's paralyzed or he's not. And
Tough love?
yeah. Tough love it is. Not paralyzed, idiot. That's my favorite joke from that. Tough love it is. You're not paralyzed, dummy. That's the Pitch Better dummy. There you go. That's where I got it from.
That's good.
Man, everyone else loves that other line from that scene. You don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby, which isn't funny, but to me, it's like an easy low-hanging fruit. But the tough love it is. You're not paralyzed, idiot, or whatever it says. Really good. NASA is building a balloon as big as a football stadium.
Sure. Knock yourselves out, NASA.
I think this is a typo. Like, I don't even think the headline writer here is like can get away with this. Like, it's a straight up NASA is building balloon big as a football stadium. Like, as big as a football stadium. You need the as.
I mean, grammatically, you might not find anyone else in the world, so I don't know. The way you're depicting it sounds right. As big as a football stadium seems to make a lot of sense. Dude, maybe that's part of, like, the click aspect of it.
I don't know.
Like, people look at it and they're like, wait, shouldn't it be as big as? And that makes you want to click it more? I don't know.
Is this the same thing? Didn't we learn about a balloon they're sending to space a couple of days ago?
I think we looked into it a little bit.
I'm so out on space. Did I tell you Luke made me watch Interstellar because it's his favorite movie?
Yes.
We talked about that?
We did not. I talked to Luke about it, and the second he told me, I was like,
an Interstellar day.
I was like,
It was good up until he's in the bookshelf.
Right.
And it's like, oh, we're just completely abandoning, like, everything now. Like, now this becomes into a childhood fantasy.
Palm Springs.
Humor.
Sure.
Comedies can be any genre. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. KFC fried chicken, smelling Crocs, sell out within half an hour. Again, that is in the headline. I have no idea what they're talking about. First they said KFC fried chicken, and that means Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Well, I think if Kentucky Fried Chicken is the name of the company and you got fried chicken from there, it would be Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah, you need a
So I
plural,
think
like
that
Kentucky
does
Fried
count.
Chicken's fried chicken smelling Crocs. So they made Crocs that smell like fried chicken. The picture,
like
the picture is
yeah.
ridiculous. They put actually chicken on top of the Crocs, which doesn't seem necessary at all.
Ooh, there's like a high top lady Crocs. Haven't seen those before. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. People like buying dumb stuff.
Yeah. People will buy these ironically.
You know, there is a group of dads out there that are so stoked about this purchase.
You have Crocs?
I do not. People say they're really comfy.
Someone was
going to
buy me some because I need slippers.
Right.
I need a pair of shoes or something I can slip my feet in, do my garbage run because the hallway's disgusting. And every night when Katie asks me to take out the garbage, I'm like, I have my socks and shoes off already. And I just like put my shoes back on. So I need a pair of slippers. So we're buying them and they're like, why don't we do Crocs? And I'm like, how much are those? And they're like $40. I'm like, I'm going to wear these for 10 steps to the garbage.
Yeah.
Like I just need a pair of like slippers. They're like, what about Adidas sandals with the little gel balls? Yeah. I hate those.
Yeah.
It was like they weren't getting it. They're trying to buy me all these expensive. I was like, I can fast them out of cardboard.
Yeah. Do you have Crocs, BBD? I saw you perk up a little bit over there.
Had a few pairs in my day.
Are they comfy?
They were really big when I was like a kid, so I had a couple pairs.
Oh, that's true.
But also when I went to college, I needed like shower shoes.
Gotcha.
Went the Croc route.
We kind of let your blood out.
Went the Croc route.
I thought you took your.
I thought he went the cock route.
I thought he took his cock out.
He did get that hand
in
job.
The showers.
I was told by somebody that they are like the best shoes for your feet if you're just like around the house. If you're having like a day in the backyard, they are like very good for your feet apparently.
You have shoes on in the house, guy? I feel like you don't take your shoes off for a while.
Not really.
You take them off as soon as you get home?
Normally, yeah. So I had the same conundrum because I haven't had a pair of sandals that I've liked in a long time. I actually went back to the old Adidas ouch hurt your feet sandals for a little bit.
Those.
No, I mean you have to basically you have to break them in and almost break the shoe. And then there is a nice window. And this when I was using the steam room a lot in Denver, it was actually nice to have. Miss the perks. But
Jess was like, Jake's in the steam room a lot.
I live hot. Yeah, so I have an old pair of shoes that I've fully leveled the heel, so they've become slide-on shoes. So it looks pretty sloppy, but it's good for garbage run and like a late night, take the dog out, take the dog in.
I need those.
I'm not against Crocs. But
I don't hate them. I'm just not going to buy. I'm not going to spend that much money on a pair of shoes that I'm going to wear 10 steps to the garbage and back.
Even if you like them, they are more expensive than they should be.
Yeah. So
it is. I think if I had them as a child, I think there would be more of an appeal for me to get them now. Like if I had one childhood picture of me wearing Crocs, I think that would push me over the edge. But I don't.
I can doctor that up.
Okay.
What other stories on here? Oh, there's mystery seeds arriving in Minnesota. Well, I mean, you got to plan them. What?
Yes.
What? All right. Packages of mystery seeds arriving in Minnesota mailboxes. The Minnesota Department of Agriculture said it is not sure what the seeds are and requests anybody who gets a package of the unsolicited seeds not to plant them. How are you going to find out what they are then?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding the harm in what a seed can do. But they are coming from the China Post. That would be a really cool, like, secret mission if they just sent seeds to people and then they planted them and then they were like, I don't know.
So that would be the cool part of this story.
Honing devices or something like that?
If other towns started chirping up and were like, yeah, we got a lot of seeds too.
Yeah.
It'd be scary, but it'd be like a good start to a movie or something.
It could be cool. My sister received a bunch of stuff in her son's name, and he was like 3 months old. Like wasn't listed anywhere.
Right.
And it was a scam where a company in China had an online presence, needed online reviews and ratings, and they needed to make it look like they were actually shipping things, but they sold everything not online in China, something like that. So they would just find random addresses and just buy like things that would cost $1 and just send them to there. So my sister was on this list. It's really weird. It was a term for it. She would just get like hair extensions.
Sure.
Like plastic not toys, like in her 3-month-old baby's name.
Yeah. It's creepy.
Really creepy.
Creepy. Not cool.
So I don't know. Maybe this is something cool though. Maybe
plant the seeds.
Yeah.
Plant a couple.
Don't plant them in your house.
No.
In the backyard.
Neighbor's backyard.
Yeah, that's good.
Just the woods.
Yeah. And then this beloved eel disappeared in a New Zealand pond. No, I don't care about that story. Let's do the guy pretending to be a ghost.
I'm going to click in the eel just because I think it would be nice if there was a friendly neighborhood pond and a well-known eel. And I think there is a chance.
Well, his name is Eel McPherson, so shots fired at Keith.
Kind of in on that.
There's a massive storm and the eel disappeared. A short fin eel named Eel McPherson was beloved by the city for 35 years. Holy smokes.
Right, dude? He's like a part of this community.
The eel was kept by Whangarei man, George Campbell, for decades. First at a fish museum that he ran during the 1990s and later at his home. Oh, I feel really bad for this guy now. He says he hoped the eel managed to make it to sea. I'm not sure how likely that is.
Oh, man. Tough quote. I felt a bit gutted about it.
Yeah. Do it in a New Zealand accent.
It's New Zealand. Is that New Zealand?
That's your British accent. It's like Australia with a little more high pitch.
I felt a bit gutted. Yeah, still too British.
That's crazy. There's pictures of this eel from like way back.
Yeah.
I caught an eel once.
You did.
Scared me.
Remember that.
Man fined for pretending to be a ghost in a cemetery. Very interested in this.
Yes.
A man has been fined for pretending to be a ghost and other rowdy behavior in the cemetery. So I'm guessing it's more of the other rowdy behavior. And they got us with the ghost headline. That's my first guess. Anthony Stallard pleaded guilty at Portsmouth Magistrates Court to using threatening or abusive word. Okay. God damn it. Sounds like he's just being a jerk.
Well, I mean, he was flapping arms, throwing himself backwards, and making ghost noises, which that's what you're hoping for, right?
But he probably just got in trouble for being like a public nuisance or whatever, disturbing the peace.
Public order offense? Yeah, something like that.
I wish he wasn't drunk and being loud and was just doing ghost stuff.
Right, just ghosting it up.
Ooh, I'm a ghost.
Ooh.
You visited yesterday. I wasn't here yesterday.
I guess.
Your spirit was. I've been watching a lot of the Ghost Show because Katie loves it.
Right.
And they just rebooted. Dude, I don't know what it's called. Ghost Hunters? Yes. I think it's called Ghost Hunters.
That's a good hint.
Katie loves it, and maybe she's listening to this episode, so I will just keep my mouth shut.
Wow. They bow, bow. Chicka, chicka. Yeah, it looks like they were tossing a football. It might have ran into some gravestones, so that's not great. Oh, I mean, tossing a football.
That's fun.
Get into that. Yeah, and I just feel like 99% of the people going to a cemetery don't want to see a ghost. Or at least a spooky ghost.
Ooh, that's actually really interesting because I think a lot of people go to cemeteries to do paranormal stuff.
I guess late night cemetery crew, yes.
Like if you're visiting a cemetery while it's dark.
I think this is daytime cemetery crew.
Okay. But that's a good point. Like what a percentage of dark nighttime cemetery visitors want to hear or see a ghost?
That's probably high.
Yeah. Over 50? I don't know.
One of them throwing their arms in the air and saying "woo." Okay, so it doesn't sound like it was a great ghost impression.
Just woo. Ooh. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. I have a picture of you at a cemetery.
We had one of our nicer walks.
And here's a picture of me as a ghost.
There's the ghost picture. We'll have to get that. Might have to get that to the editors.
Yeah, I was trying to find the picture of you and I at the cemetery.
Travel on.
To Avalon. Well, I'll look as we move the show on to...
Bet of the day, it's the bet of the day. Bet of the day, bet of the day.
Bet of the day, bet of the day. It is the bet of the day. Jakey is on fire. 3 wins in a row for him. 3 wins in a row for me. You had the over in the Reds-Cubs game. It was 10.5. I believe 13 was the final. 8-5. Easy money. Things are going well, looking good. You're 2-0 with your baseball bets. You are 14-17 in the new season, and I am 15-16. So kind of a huge bet for me. Get me back to 500.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you got?
I think I've got one you're gonna like today, Jim.
Okay.
Oh, I've got a couple you're gonna like. Which one do I pick? Okay, I've got it.
Pick the one you think I'm going to like.
I think I've got the one you're gonna like the most.
Okay.
I am heading to. We're staying in Cincinnati, Jim.
Hendricks on the bump.
Hendricks versus Sonny Gray. Two guys I know you're big on this year. What do you think the over/under is in this game?
8.5.
9.5.
So the Reds kind of crushed Kyle Hendricks, and both of my homer picks on the pregame show are Reds players.
Ooh, interesting. Then we might be conflicting because I think we've got a new Kyle Hendricks this year. He's pumping a little more.
We were wrong about that. Everyone on YouTube was like, he didn't throw a pitch 90 miles per hour or harder.
I've got the reports from summer camp, so I can send those to people. I'm going under. I think yesterday and the day before they let the lead out. They've got two studs on the hill today. Sonny's looked good. Hendricks has looked good. I think both
It's
teams.
Sonny versus Hendricks.
Sonny versus Hendricks. The over/under's 9.5, and I get that. You have to make that from the two previous days, but they overcompensated a little too much. These guys are studs. Like, this game could easily be 1-1 into the 6, 1-0 into the 6.
9's too high. Like, it could be like 5-4, and that's still the under, and that's a good amount of runs with those two pitchers.
Yeah.
Like Sonny Gray, isn't his record?
He has like the MLB record for starts in a row under something.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it is?
Like, I don't know what the exact numbers are, but it's basically your compete stat.
Yeah.
He's got like the most of those ever.
Good. Bring the
Consecutive.
compete stat around.
Bring the compete stat around. I'm taking the under.
I think I'm with you. Those are two good pitchers. I do think someone's going to pop Kyle, and I'm just trying to figure out who. I have actually, well, I'll not tell you. Save for the pregame show.
Okay.
But yeah, I will agree with you there.
It's just too high.
I won't be upset if we get that one wrong.
Yes, and there's the other game that really stood out to me was Braves-Rays. Morton Soroka is at 8.5. But there's
They've
some
been on
funny
fire.
business going on there.
I don't like that.
I like this bet.
Even if this one was 8.5, I still think I'd take the under.
like
So
this
that's why I think I have to take the under.
Yeah.
So
Jake is stupid, but he's smart.
this would put me at 500. So it's a big, huge.
This is a big
pick for
one.
me.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Maybe just parlay everything with the Mets to win tonight. DeGrom versus Eovaldi.
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys. Peace and chicken grease.